Hi there, French Christians again. Welcome back to our video. And in the name of this video, I swear to God, this is he ate poop in a diaper and then murdered his son. Discussing true crime. Megan, go get some barf bags because this is gonna be disgusting. This is a request assigned from a friend named Dean. He's new to my Instagram and he wanted me to watch it, so let's watch it. I don't know if I would.
His father, Mark Redwine, until he stumbles upon what would send him into absolute shock: sexual photos of his father, not only dressed up as a woman and in women's lingerie, but also eating feces from a diaper. Seeing his father eating poop from a diaper with it all over his mouth made 13-year-old Dylan Redwine instantly throw up and not want to visit his father for a whole year.
No shit, he threw up.
2012, Dylan Redwine had enough, and without hesitation, he decided to visit his father and confront him about these photos. And this confrontation would turn into a deadly crime. This is the disturbing story of Mark and Dylan Redwine. Mark Allen Redwine was born on August 24, 1961. At the time of Dylan's 2012 visit, Redwine lived in La Plata County, a rugged and mountainous area of southwest Colorado. Twice divorced, Redwine had 2 children with his ex-wife, Elaine, and was involved in a custody battle over their 13-year-old son. Dylan Redwine didn't want to visit his father and told his brother Corey that he was upset and uncomfortable with him, likely because in 2011, both brothers had seen photos on their father's computer that horrified them. The photos show their father dressed in a wig and women's lingerie eating what appeared to be feces from a diaper.
Ew.
They were on record stating
He's supposed to be the more fucked up version of Chris Chan or something.
Like he was eating pumpkin pie the way he was devouring the diaper.
That's
Unfortunately,
disgusting.
it only looked like pumpkin pie. Later on, they would find out the horrifying truth of what it actually was. Dylan and his father's relationship declined over the months, and Dylan asked his brother Corey to send him the
I don't know if I can drink this right
of their
now, and this is
father
disgusting.
prior to his visit in November, so he could confront his dad. Elaine Hall, Dylan's mother, was concerned about the visit, seeing how upset he had been around Mark Redwine. However, her attorney told her she could face prosecution if Dylan did not fly out to see his father. So Dylan gets on the plane, and he's flying to see his father. But while this flight is happening, his brother Corey and his father get into an argument through text. Corey had to reveal to Mark Redwine that he knew about the photos and antagonize his father, saying, "Hey, beautiful, you are what you eat. Look in the mirror."
Oh my
Mark tells
God.
Corey, "If these photos are mentioned ever again, I will end the lives of you and your brother." Unfortunately for Dylan, he did not get the memo of this text, and he was ready during that flight, once he landed, to confront his father, pictures in hand, about the photos. On November 18, 2012, Redwine collected his son at the Durango-La Plata County Airport, and surveillance footage from the airport and a Walmart in Durango showed hardly any personal interaction between Redwine and his son. Dylan had wanted to spend the night of his arrival at a friend's house, but Redwine had refused, and they both stayed at Mark Redwine's house that evening. Through text messages, Dylan had arranged to visit his friend's house at 6:30 a.m. the next morning, and his last communication with anyone on his phone that night was at 9:37 p.m. When Dylan's friend texted him at 6:46 in the morning on November 19th, asking where Dylan was, he received no response. Mark Redwine later claimed that he left his house that morning to run some errands and returned home to find his son missing. Dylan's mother, however,
Oh my God, he's
immediately
missing.
suspected that Redwine wasn't telling the truth. This would lead into a large-scale search of the woods and mountains surrounding Redwine's home. Within days of Dylan's disappearance, another of Redwine's ex-wives told investigators of a previous disturbing conversation with Redwine, in which he said that if he ever had to get rid of a body, he would leave it out in the mountains. Redwine had also chillingly told his ex-wife Elaine that during their divorce and custody proceedings, that he would end the lives of his children before he let her have them. More than 7 months later, on June 27, 2013, Dylan Redwine's partial remains were located on Middle Mountain Road, roughly 100 yards off an ATV trail and about 8 miles from Redwine's house. Interestingly, a witness had observed Mark Redwine driving alone in the area in April of 2013, after which he left town, failing to return to search for Dylan in June 2013. Redwine was also very familiar with Middle Mountain Road and owned an ATV. Upon the discovery of the boy's remains, Mark Redwine had a suspicious conversation with another son, discussing how the rest of Dylan's body, including his skull, would have to be found before investigators could determine if blunt force trauma was the cause of death. While all this was going on, Redwine and his ex-wife, Dylan's mother, made a bizarre appearance on Dr. Phil in 2013.
Of course he did.
Where he and Dylan's mother leveled accusations at each other, and Redwine notably refused a polygraph test. Mark Redwine also stated that eating his own feces mixed with animal feces in a diaper is a sexual turn-on for him, that he is no longer embarrassed to admit this because the photos are now out there on the internet. In August 2013, police detected the presence of Dylan's blood and human cadaver scents in multiple locations of Redwine's living room, according to court documents. A K-9 also indicated the presence of human remains in the living room and a washing machine, as well as on the clothes Redwine had reported wearing on the night of November 18, 2012. A later search of Redwine's vehicle in February 2014 by the same dog handling team also indicated the presence of cadaver scent in several areas of the Dodge truck. On November 1st, 2015, some hikers found Dylan Redwine's skull further up Middle Mountain Road.
Oh, that's sad.
The Colorado Parks and Wildlife Division confirmed the location of Dylan's remains and later his skull. No animal known to the area would carry a body that distance up the mountain. And no
it was him.
would then
It was the guy who ate the shit. It was his dad.
Through that terrain. Mark Redwine was arrested for second-degree murder and child abuse, following a July 17, 2017 grand jury indictment.
Just keep your hands up, buddy. Just keep your hands up. Oliver, watch the cab. I got the cab. Around me. Go around back. Who's your... Yep. Just keep your hands up. Don't move, guy, okay? Do not move. Drop the cigarette.
Why would he be on Dr. Phil, though?
What's going on? Yes, sir. Is your name Mark?
His name's Mark, man.
He's the Jane. Mark is the Jane. Mark, do you have any weapons on you, sir? Yes, sir, I do not. Rolling my way. Just gotta check you, okay, Mark? Rolling that way. Yeah. You gonna check that side? Yeah. Is my wallet in that pocket?
He doesn't belong in jail. He belongs dead.
Are you Mark? Okay. I'm the sergeant. Did you say you asked to stay with me? Well, I was asking some questions. First of all, I'm trying to understand what exactly is going on. Okay. Before we get going here, I do got to let you know I am equipped with a body-worn camera that records both.
And finally went on trial in 2021 after several COVID-19 restriction delays. A forensic anthropologist testified that Dylan suffered a fracture above his left eye and that 2 marks on his skull were likely caused by a knife at or near the time of his death. The prosecution said the photographs triggered a fatal rage in Mark Redwine, and revealed some telling details of Dylan's first night missing. Through DNA testing, it was determined that Mark Redwine ended the life of his son, and on October 8, 2021, Mark Redwine was sentenced to 48 years in prison, with the sentencing judge summarizing Redwine's appalling actions. As the father, it's your obligation to protect your son, keep him from harm. Instead of that, you inflicted enough injury on him to kill him in your living room, over pictures of you eating feces-filled diapers. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel and you want to see more of true crime told in minutes, please subscribe and hit that notification button.
48 years. No, he deserves life in prison. I don't know what the fucking rules are in terms of getting arrested and where this went down, but if you're being disgusting and eating shit, and then you choose to murder your son for no fucking reason, you need to be locked up into the fucking prison cell for fucking life and deserve to get fucking raped in jail. There are people who will shoplift for candy bars who got more jail time than this fuckface did. My God. There are people who got in trouble for tax evasion who's got more jail time than this fucking cocksucker. That pisses me off, man. People like this deserve life in prison or execution. One of the two. With that said, thank you for watching. Take care. See you next video. Bye bye.